All right, you guys saw the title and thumbnail. Today I'm gonna reveal my new daily driver. Or is it new? Here's the thing, you guys. I've had a lot of cars. I've been very fortunate over the years of doing this business with Damon to be able to drive pretty much everything in the world, not including supercars, but everything else. Luxury cars, off-road vehicles, you name it, I've probably experienced it, and now I know what I actually like. Which is why this garage, of course, is back, and it will never leave. I love that car, more than anything. It is so special to me. I love the way it handles, it turns, the turn-in, the suspension, the acceleration, the high-speed maneuver. Everything about that car is just like, it's just so perfect for what it is. Now, it's an old car, old tech, you know, would be nice to have something more modern for other uses, for sure. But as far as that car goes, I love it. It's amazing. Now, my daily driver, you can probably hear it right now. You probably already know what it is. And I'll explain why I have this vehicle back again in just one second. I'm currently in Vancouver. It's freezing here. I filmed a promo for Saley, and I'm off to the island to see my kids this weekend. But I wanted to kind of fill you guys in on what's going on behind the scenes a little bit with some of the business stuff, but more importantly, my daily driver. So without further ado, here it is. I'll do it more dramatic. You ready? Ready? Yep, T-Rex is back. I had it for sale at August Motor Cars on consignment for like 4 months. And the market's kind of shitty right now on these things. They really dropped in value. I paid $115 Canadian for it, and I had it for $109. Had a bunch of offers on it, accepted offers. There's a big problem in the market right now, which I'll get to in a minute, and why I didn't sell. But here's the good news. I love this vehicle. The reason why I sold it was Damon wanted to get it his, and I thought it was cool we both had them. So I was like, well, if you're not gonna have one, I don't really need one. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So he's like, yeah, I'll sell mine. And his was a level 2, which is a higher equipment option. Now, people make fun of me for it. I don't know the difference. When I bought it, I just bought a TRX. Now, what is it? Well, this is a level 1 package. So I have, you know, a sunroof and blah, 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 blah. The level 2, you get heated and cooled rear seats. I don't care about that. You get front camera. That'd be nice. You get blind spot, whatever, in the mirrors. That'd be nice. But then things like trailer control, I don't care. Digital rearview mirror, I don't care. Heads-up display, I don't care. It has a Harman Kardon sound system, but it's red. I don't like red, don't care. So as I look through the option list in the end, I'm like, well, it doesn't really, I get it, like, it's a nicer truck and it's got way more options on it, but that's just all comfort options. As far as the actual 6.2 V8 and transmission and suspension, it's all the same. So anyways, Damon sold right away because it had a higher spec, and then mine didn't sell. Had a lot of offers on it, had a lot of accepted offers on it, but they all seem to fall apart for one specific reason. You guys might guess, you might not guess. I'm gonna buy some screen time here and make you think about it. Interest rates are really high right now, and banks, they're not taking risk. So this is a very unique time in the world where banks are saying, we want a down payment. And the majority of people that buy vehicles can't afford them. What does that mean? Well, to afford this vehicle, you should be able to buy it in cash. Like your grandpa would say, yeah, just save up and buy it. Vehicles have gotten super expensive, this being, you know, 100, even right now, probably $105,000 Canadian truck. That's a ton of money. Like, your payment on this thing with a small down payment is gonna be over $2,000 a month. It's crazy. So the banks are saying, hey, we want 20%. So I had one offer, accepted offer as a low ball, I think 102 or 103. And I was like, yeah, whatever, just move on. I'll just get something else, something cheaper or whatever. Last minute, yeah, bank said, yeah, the buyer didn't have the down payment, which I guess would have needed about $20,000 in cash. And most people buying a vehicle are gonna put down as close to zero as possible, which I personally would prefer because cash is king. So let's say you had $20,000 in cash in the bank and your payment's now, say, $2,300 instead of $2,000 because you put down nothing. And all of a sudden you lost your job. Well, that 20 grand can cover you for 5 to 6 payments on this vehicle or other stuff. So having your money in your pocket is always more beneficial. Even more so, interest rates are low. But right now rates are high, so the argument being like, well, I could keep that cash and take that money and invest it and make a better return. And you get more than 10%, that's what rates are for lending on cars right now. 6 to 8% to 10%, pardon me. Probably not. You're probably gonna get a return of like 7 or 8, which is still really high, unless you're into crypto and you can play that game. That's obviously a lot higher. Bitcoin's up 170% the past 365 days. So yeah, it didn't work out, and finally I was like, you know what, it's November, obviously, actually it's December now for you guys watching this. I filmed this on the 30th. It's like, yeah, like, well, I might as well just keep it and drive it and enjoy it. What day is actually today? 29th, sorry. It's Friday 29th, you're seeing this probably Sunday or Monday. But we had to double up the main channel because sponsors. Sometimes if you see the weird upload schedule, some sponsors want specific dates for their videos and some don't care. The ones that don't care, my best friends are the ones that care. I just charge them more money. But yeah, so I said, okay, well, I'll take it back. And then I put some brand new snow tires on it, so I can drive the Coca-Cola, which is our highway through hell. There's a TV show on Discovery called Highway Through Hell that documents the tow trucks and what they go through driving back and forth on that Coca-Cola. I'm driving it Sunday morning because I'm meeting Jason. Jason's flying up here. We're doing a build series on his Aston Martin with a shop in Oliver that sponsored Jason's build as well as all the labor. So we had to bring the cars back anyways to get inspected, and then we have to do some other stuff on them. So long story long, TRX is back. I'm pumped about it. I love this thing. While I was looking at other options, I was like, yeah, nothing really that really gets me excited, to be honest. Like, I'm gonna spend a bunch of money. And that's the problem when you do this for a living. Like, you're around cars so often that the cars that really got me excited years ago don't. Oh, someone's getting pulled over. Look at this. That's the RCMP, baby. Probably we're doing 4 over the limit. Now we're gonna get the car impounded for 9 days. Let's see what's happening here. Very, very, very chill. It's not LA. The cops here, they watched my video and they've actually talked to me about it before. I won't bash them too much, but let's just say, not a whole lot going on here to distract yourself from people having no front plate or mildly speeding or whatever else. You know, they had an incident here a few years ago where there was actual shooting, and there was like 10 cops and the driver got away. If you have no front plate, you'll never get away. Okay, so I want to ask you guys a question. So now that I have the TRX back, obviously it's not going to make main channel content. We're not a truck channel. But on the stories channel, it would be cool to do a little build on it. Nothing crazy, obviously not crazy livery because it's my daily driver, but I have ideas around doing some of the basic stuff. You know, front Baja style bumper, lights. You can get an intake for it, make the supercharger whine. Maybe do some off-roading stuff just for fun. So if you guys would want to see that, if you'd watch it, comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys if that's something you're interested in doing. If it's not, that's cool too, let me know. This channel's for you guys. I mean, we obviously film behind the scenes, but if you guys are really not liking the content, we definitely are known to pivot. You know, the formation of this channel has always been about making it more authentic and real and just talking about what's going on. So sometimes people's feedback will be like, this is boring, I want to see action. That's the main channel. The main channel is where you go for a produced, polished, beautifully edited, thought out story. The story channel is more about, hey, like, here's what's going on with us in our lives around the business. Some car stuff where it doesn't make sense for the main channel, like certain car mods aren't exciting enough. So we have this, which is great. So if you want to see some shenanigans in a TRX, if that interests you, comment below.
Sean is here! Sean is here!
No, that would have threw it in like, oh, fuck. I was like, man, I hope somebody told him that that's all it was.
Hello.
What up?
You want to hear this?
Yeah. It's already warmed up.
It smells warm.
Hey, brother.
Credit where credit's due.
Oh, yeah.
This sounds just like a rotary,
She's seen
Sean.
some heat.
Oh yeah, it's not the same color it was.
Nah.
All those It is?
I mean, for being opened up, it's pretty quiet. I can't hear anything they're saying.
I can't hear anything they're saying either. Yeah.
Sean's walking around, looking at the exhaust like he didn't make it.
He's looking at his exhaust for the cracks that he intentionally put it in. Yeah! Yeah! The concrete! My right ear is fucked.
Yeah, nothing major. Something light. Just another Ferrari. Something light.
Now when it's hot, like the exhaust is hot, yeah, then it shoots some big fireballs.
Yeah. Because look at this. Damon, so we were just talking about what the car's gonna look like, and Damon just sent me this.
Oh damn!
Wait, I want to see it.
Don't look. Hold on. Don't look.
Oh, that's sick.
That looks really sick. That's gonna look crazy.
That's dope. The front bumper is sick.
Whoa!
That's my dick.
Don't worry about that. Wrong way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna look
That front
wild.
bumper's sick.
Yeah,
Oh, sick. Heck yeah.
dude.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah, that matches the insanity.
The only time
Of
I've ever
this
seen
car?
it is like this.
Yeah.
And I think honestly, it will kind of fix some of the parts that I'm not crazy about on the car. Like
what?
the front end on a stock F12.
Yeah, like
Isn't
look
my
at it up there on
favorite.
the rack.
Yeah, like that front bumper.
It sucks.
Lame.
It's a cool car.
Yeah,
like
that
the
looks
rear
way
end of
better.
this car is sick, but like
It's
the front
got really
bumper's
good
okay.
body lines.
Yeah.
But the details, like that front bumper grill, like just make it look. It's very
Old.
and soft.
Very street. Just production car.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that new front bumper with that, like, with all of that intricate design and like the splitter, that's like wild.
Now it won't look like a California.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's pretty dope. So what have you been up to?
Cruising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cruising, he says.
I brought back the scooter that I borrowed last week and haven't had.
Last week, he says.
Last week, you know, I wanted to bring it back.
Speaking of coming back, how's the car doing?
No, this fool got his own. He got his own highlight on Super Street for this car.
He did?
No, it was with like a bunch of other ones. Well, I found out the homie.
He's being humble.
No, it was the homie that was taking the pictures. That's why.
I see the wrap might be baked on that thing.
Don't worry about
It's
that.
been on for a long time. Like all things considered, for this being a pretty old wrap that like has
oil
sat
light's
in the
on.
sun.
As per
It's a sick wrap.
Like red oil light or yellow oil light?
The not crazy one, yeah.
The one that
The
you
yellow.
just need to add some oil.
Yeah.
Not like you got no oil pressure.
How long has it been on?
As long as the red one doesn't come on, we're good.
You want me to
maybe like 4 days.
donate a quart of oil to you?
I might have one.
I might have one.
It's been on for like 4 days. Hey, don't film this.
Oh.
Top secret things in there.
Oh, he doesn't have a cord in there.
I do.
This bumper's
Don't worry about that bumper. Tim, wait, where's your IS, Tim?
it's dead. It got killed.
Its life has ended.
Yeah, unfortunately.
2 of them.
Why did they have a seal on them?
You got it from Uber Eats.
He bought them from Uber Eats.
Seal for your protection.
You know. Just normal things.
You're putting 2 quarts in it?
I mean, if the light's on, it
The
probably
light's
needs
on,
2
it's about
quarts.
2 quarts.
Okay.
Well, steady light.
Constant.
You got a
I know
ground
you're
situation.
an IS owner. You know when the light comes on and you just like tap the brake a little bit, it goes away.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. I take care of my car.
Damn, that's great. What do you mean?
Take care of my car.
You didn't hear that power steering pump on the way in?
There you go.
Check the oil. Just keep pouring. Like.
You got a
Oh, no, we
crazy
just
ground
throw it in.
situation going on. There's you can never have enough grounds.
That's a good
Bro,
ground.
that's before your time. That's that
That's the
Sun
90s.
Auto,
That's the 90s
fucking
grounds.
hyper ground, dude.
Yep. I
Stop the
remember
block.
we used to put a lot of grounds. They used to sell packs like a ground kit for your car back in the
Makes
day.
power.
Yep. Picks up 28 horsepower. You know all those like fake dyno claims?
Yeah,
Yep. They used to have that.
it's funny.
Yeah, they were like ground.
That's back in the magazine
Did
days.
you miss? You missed.
No, I didn't.
Well, he missed a lot.
A little bit, but we're good.
It's fine. It's
On
fine for the
video.
course.
Yeah, you didn't catch it. Oh yeah, she thirsty.
Oh,
drinking.
dang.
NASCAR? Yeah, brother.
Let's go, Sean.
Come on, brother.
Finally.
V8.
Finally. V8.
V8.
Don't worry, it's a little bit crooked. Broke the mountain again.
Yep.
Oh, now it's sitting like a B58.
Nah, not that crazy. BMW slant sixes. All right, check me out. Check me out.
I got you.
What's this full lift? This
Come on
oil's
now.
so hot right now.
Come on now.
Go higher.
I got greedy. I got greedy.
That's that fresh oil though that'll just kind of like wash off all that old oil.
That's right. That's right. It pushes the dirt
There
out.
you go, Sean. Protect that engine.
Oil doing what oil do, you know?
What does it do?
Or
Just be oiling.
starts wars.
It starts wars. I don't think you can say that.
Oh.
Hey, you got it.
Box or no box?
Hey, $5.
Which box? Ooh, big.
Oh, nice.
Whiff.
How did you?
Whiff.
Big ass box.
And there's a backboard.
Bro, we missing that?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh, this is. I'm worried.
Oh, what?
Cause Sean doesn't take care of his car.
There's a chance that,
It's gonna break and then he's gonna be stuck here. And then
well, you know,
Sean lives close.
sometimes it do.
Something's whining.
I like that he's driving the car around with the scooter and stuff.
Yeah, it's a scooter. He's gonna forget the
then he's gonna
scooter.
leave. All right, see you later. Listen to that thing bog down. He got on the brakes and it barely kept spinning.
Oh, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming back.
It didn't break.
It did not break. He said one more round.
More time.
You should. Those are those are cooked on the inside.
Yeah, we should definitely find
Who's we?
I, they, we, them.
You know,
They
Sean, we have a burnout box over there. But
A Durnout
oh, he's coming. Watch out, Mark.
What?
Watch out. Oh, Carlos is coming. Hey, you lost your bumper.
Ah, I can't see. Real dusty back here. What's up, man?
You forgot something over there.
No, you didn't hit. I think you touched it.
It sounded like a touch. It was like the lower section on the part of the K-rail that sticks out. I think gave it that bump.
BN kids, dude.
Yep.
Don't worry, we got crazy zap straps here. Crazy zip ties.
Look at that guy walking. Look at Sean walking to get his bumper as usual.
Ladies, hit up my brother Shawnee John.
Hit him.
He likes to take long walks to pick up his bumper.
No littering.
No littering.
He cleans up after himself.
Sean cares about the environment.
He does. That's why he picked up his trash.
This trash. That's crazy.
What?
Tim's just dogging on you while you can't hear it. Out of punching range.
Yeah,
Just a little tap.
little tap on that lower section, and that was enough.
A little bit too much left foot brake.
Oh, good.
Well,
Put it back on.
is he gonna go back on?
It'll go back.
As long as this.
This bumper.
That's
made
like
it all the way to Laguna Seca.
it did.
Barely.
It'll go back.
Oh, this shit.
What, to puncture it?
Yeah, what is.
On those bolts?
Oh, I see. Take those off. Cut them off.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore now. Yeah, it's too late now.
Oh, good.
Well,
Whoa, what?
where's the scooter?
Scooter.
He's in the front seat.
Alright, guys, good to see you.
What's happening right now?
I don't know, but he's dogging on
Sean
that
definitely
car.
hasn't done that in a while, and he's trying to get his.
I had to hit one rollback.
Been watching too many of those Arab videos.
Dude, those fucking SUVs.
Dude, it's the
That
best.
shit is sick. Dude, they're like going like 100 mile an hour, hit the rollback.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, give me the keys.
Give me the keys.
Yeah,
No, I'm good.
What is that?
I know you haven't been here in a while. You haven't seen the cars of lately.
Is that the Bentley?
That is the Bentley. Go take a look. Go take.
Looks crazy.
Go take a look. Let's go take a look.
Oh man.
Oh man, he says.
I got like a tire, everyone.
No, you're good. You're good. Mark's milkshake in the fridge.
Damn, banana ass Bentley.
Banana. The Squadra.
Oh, it's like a half and half.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's take that thing out.
Yep.
I haven't seen this thing.
Yep. I can't show those wheels, so I'll pan over here.
Which one? These ones?
Yeah. These are new.
Oh, these are the ones that we were talking about at the dinner.
Yes.
Dang. It's a long car.
It is very long. It actually sounds good now that it has straight pipe. It's kind of crazy because it doesn't have a reverse gear, so it uses the electric motors for reverse. So it sounds like a Prius in reverse.
Sick. Cool.
And then the SVJ kept the same
Dirty
wash,
as hell.
wash condition.
All right.
I like it. That's all how I would, you know?
Yeah. I mean. Yeah.
And then new front end on this one.
All right, we got a special delivery from WiseFab directly from Estonia. So the guys over there sent us some axles so we can get the F30 back up and running. Well, running, but driving. So obviously we've got a broken axle in this thing, and that needs to get replaced so that Damon can get some more seat time driving a proper drift car. The F12 is ready to go now, and ready to start doing some testing and some shakedown, which we're gonna do very soon. But before Damon jumps into the F12, I don't know about before, because I know he's gonna wanna drive this thing because it's an absolute monster. But ideally, he could get a bunch of seat time in the BMW and really just get dialed in with driving a drift car. Like I was saying, it's a very similar car as far as all the controls. So it's same gearbox, same e-brake, same feel, same pedal assembly. So that way he can just get dialed in on that car, which is much less expensive to repair and also a lot easier to get parts for, because front and rear of this car is all WiseFab stuff. So front angle kit, rear drift kind of grip kit. It's just off the shelf parts for the most part. And the F12, I built the whole front suspension. I'm going to make spares for it, but before I make spares, I want to test it out in its current configuration, move everything around, it's all adjustable, and see if it's ideal and it's exactly how I want it. At that point, if it's working exactly how I want it, then I will make spare parts for it. But I don't want to make a bunch of spares and spend all that time right now making parts that might not actually be the final product. So I'm going to wait on that. But that being said, the F30 is going to be the car that is the workhorse. Damon's going to be able to just thrash this thing and get used to it. So yeah, let's get this axle in there and get this thing back on the road. The old axle is out. It actually didn't break the shaft or anything over here. It just broke the cage inside of the CV. So that's actually good news, because we can just buy a new CV and pop that old one off, pop a new one on, and then we'll have another spare axle. So not bad. Now Tim's got the other one, the new one, bolted in here. And obviously we've got all of the blue WiseFab stuff bolted up as well. It's pretty cool because you have different spots where you can move the pickup points up and down, and you can actually gain quite a bit of grip in the car or take away grip by changing the point where the shock bolts in. So that changes the ratio and effectively the spring and shock rate. And then you have the toe control here, so you can adjust how much toe in it gains as it travels through. It's really useful when you're trying to set up a drift car for competition and you're trying to make it as fast as possible, but still keep that drivability as much as possible. You guys have probably heard me say this before, but when we're driving at a pro level, these cars are not easy to drive at all. They pretty consistently pull about 1G through a corner, sometimes higher as they're loading, and that's while sliding sideways. So that's pretty unheard of. I mean, that's about a normal street car, not even a normal street car, like a kind of a performance-oriented street car going around a corner as fast as it possibly can. We're doing that, but sliding sideways, obviously with the tires spinning, which loses grip, but we have so much forward bite in the car that forward bite pushing the car into the corner in that direction is it's moving it through the corner incredibly quickly. Pretty wild. So Tim is working on the front end, just doing some nut and bolting up here, checking all that out. You see anything loose yet, Tim?
No.
Nice and tidy, solid. Just turn that wheel so we can show them how much angle this thing has. Yep, and that's not broken. It's pretty crazy. Well, that's that WiseFab angle. And not only does it have a lot of angle, but the geometry has to be right. So sometimes people are so concerned about like how much angle they have, but the geometry is not right. So the car isn't really drivable and that angle isn't really usable. That's something that just takes a lot of development time to figure it out, which is what I did on the F12. I took all of my knowledge from all the years of drifting, and I had run cars before that didn't have any angle kits available and had to build my own. When I had
I had a Z4, and we had to build an angle kit for that before WiseFab was around. And I had to build a kit for my E92 M3 with a V10 swap with the sequential transmission. That was in 2010. I had to build something for that. Now there's kits available. But I was kind of on the cutting edge. I was the first guy to run a BMW in Formula Drift, and I'm still the only guy to win a championship in a BMW in Formula Drift. So it takes a lot of research and development and trying new things to figure it out. But with all that said, I built that F12 kit based on all that knowledge because nobody makes an angle kit for an F12. I wonder why. So I almost forgot, this car has this massive steel bell housing here because it is SFI approved, and that's something that we had to run in Formula Drift just in case of a clutch or flywheel failure. So it's required a lot in drag cars, and since we make so much power in these drift cars, they require that. If the flywheel comes off, shears off, or parts explode, they can literally go through the transmission tunnel and cut your feet off, cut your legs off, something pretty bad. So 5, 6, 7 years ago, I think, somewhere around there, they started requiring these SFI bell housings. And it's not easy to find an SFI bell housing that bolts from a BMW motor to a Samsonis sequential transmission. So we actually got some parts from the bell housings actually for a Chevy, because those are obviously a dime a dozen, and everybody runs a Chevy or a Ford, right? But Chevy was just more common, so we ran that bell housing, and then a custom adapter plate that was made by Papadakis Racing, because they're running this engine, the B58 engine, in the Supra. So that's what the Supras come with. They come with the new Supras. They come with the B58, and they obviously had this package to run. They're not running a Samsonis. They're running like a 4-speed NASCAR, like straight cut 4-speed NASCAR gearbox. At least they were back then. I'm not sure if they switched to a sequential now, but so they had made that adapter, which was super helpful. So I was able to buy the bell housing from Summit, buy that adapter from them, and have Clutch Masters make a clutch that would work in this thing, because obviously this car didn't come manual, so we had to have a custom flywheel made and get that sorted out. And then we had an aluminum drive shaft made for this thing. I didn't go with the carbon, but it's same drive shaft pro. So this car is probably making about 700, 750 at the wheels. Maybe a little more if we turn the boost up, but I don't have it like really cranked up because I only use this car as a demo car, and we would go out to Grid Life events and do ride-alongs. So got to give a lot of people rides in this car. That was really awesome. Had a lot of fun. The Grid Life has a really cool event like style, the way they do things. If you guys remember seeing the videos from when we went to Laguna last year, how much fun that was. But we had done that. We'd gone to Michigan, went to the track in Connecticut, Lime Rock, absolutely amazing track, and a couple other events as well. A lot of fun. We used to go to Atlanta too, and then they kicked us out. We're a little too rowdy. I mean, you get a bunch of drivers together, drifters, road racers, time attack guys, and then after the track goes cold at like 6 o'clock, then people will have some beverages, have some fun, hang out, and then there is to have concerts all night until 1 in the morning or something at Atlanta at least, and everybody's having fun and getting pretty wild. And then Road Atlanta didn't like that, so they said we can't go back there anymore, which is unfortunate because I love that track and it was so much fun. But it's the United States, and everybody wants to sue you for everything, so I can understand why they shut it down, unfortunately. All right, F30's back on the ground. Do you think it's good to go?
I think so. It just needs some fuel, maybe. I don't think he used that much fuel before it broke.
Yeah, we should just like put some fuel in jugs and have it ready for him, because if he might like want to drive it when we're not here, And I don't want them to run out of fuel because that's a good way to blow the engine up.
Yeah.
So if we leave them some jugs with fuel in it, obviously it's super easy to fuel these things because it's got the quick fill, just like the F12. They're both the same. So put some fuel in jugs, have it ready. We can put another couple sets of tires that are mounted and ready to go with the jack and an impact gun and all that stuff.
Yep.
So if he's out here at midnight burning tires off, he'll have everything he needs to shred. So I might actually go outside and test this thing in a minute and make sure it's good to go. But before we do that, we do need to move some K-rails.
Oh, right.
So I think we might need to
Yeah,
borrow
let's go next door.
their forklift.
They said we can, so
You want to go get it from them?
yeah, let me go see where they're at.
All right. So yeah, so we can drive this thing, and also you got the shocks back from Evan's shop.
Yeah.
So now we can take the stuff we need off of them. So there's these caps with the with the shock adjusters and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's the those rubber caps on top.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. So for some reason they didn't include them with the KWs. They just don't come in that kit. I guess you have to pull those out of there. Even though the KWs have their own top hats and everything, right?
They do have their own top hats, but it's milled like on the hole for that,
For that original rubber
Yeah.
bushing thing.
which wasn't there. So
Yeah. Okay, well, either way, we've got them back now. So these have these like airbag things on them.
yeah,
And obviously we're not using those anymore.
those are kind of a pain also.
Yeah, and they had different springs on them to make them fit. They're shorter springs. And you can tell like just the shiny shock. It's leaking a bunch of oil out of there. So you can work on that later. But first things first, let's get all these barriers moved out of the way. It's still set up from when we had the block party last time. It's pretty bright out here. And it worked for what we were doing then, but now we need more space because we're going to be sliding some cars through here at higher speeds. And having this blockade in the middle of the block does not allow us to do that. It's taking up a ton of room. So we can move that one with our forklift, no problem. That's like a 5-footer. We can move a 10-footer with our forklift, but we cannot move the 20-foot ones. Those are incredibly heavy. They're 8,000 pounds. We only have a 4,000 pound forklift. So we need to use 2 forklifts and just kind of like pick them up and shimmy them around. So hopefully Tim can borrow a forklift from our neighbors. The guys next door at Goodyear are pretty awesome, letting us borrow that. And they're also really good neighbors because we make a lot of noise over here and they don't complain. Oftentimes they're very happy that we're sliding cars around and they got something cool to watch, which I can't blame them. I mean, if I had a neighbor like DDE, it'd be pretty cool. It's not my house, but like in my shop is what I'm saying. If it was my house, that might be a different story. There he is. All right, that means I gotta go get the other forklift and we gotta play tandem forklifts. All right, well, we got a few of them moved so far, and it's pretty crazy how dirty it is back here. Just like those things are just catching all the dirt that blows around in this lot. Well, we got our double forklift action over here, and this one doesn't have, actually, Tim, this one doesn't have paint on it either. So this one probably goes against that wall. But that other one over there doesn't have paint on it either, right?
No.
So where was another one that didn't have paint? Maybe it was against the block inside and they didn't paint the inside?
No, I don't think so, because it looks like they painted it.
Both sides. So,
No, I don't think so.
because that one does have like tire marks going up it, like somebody hit that one. Somebody definitely tagged that one. Or was that Dave driving the van up it?
I don't know. That looks like somebody drove a van.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, well, let's trying to figure out where to put all these things so they're back where they should be. And I think we might even leave this little U-turn section bit right here, because over here you cannot drive anyway. It is really wrecked. If you came over sideways against that, you would definitely DB the tire and probably break some suspension. So we might as well just leave this. That's pretty much where all the tires are anyway. And even from before, I don't see any tire marks over here because you have gone too far if you make it over there. So we just want to put the barriers back in the right spots. And I think that one that's over there with a big tire mark, that one is probably the one that was where the block is.
Yes, that one is for sure. But there was one more or two more. Can't remember.
Yes, there were two more. So it had three over there. Basically, it was blocking the merch stand thing also.
Yes.
Okay, so this one isn't really painted on this side, but it doesn't look bad. That one is in better looking condition than that one is.
That one has to be here, though.
This one is here because that's blocked. That didn't get painted, and you can see like the overspray on it also, and like the overspray on there. It's like a game of Tetris over here, figuring out where all these blocks go. All right, we have the block shredding area back in full operation now. Well, not yet, because we still have to clean up a bunch of this debris that's everywhere. Some of those K-rails were falling apart a bit as we were lifting them. That's a big chunk of concrete right there. You definitely don't want to hit that one, or any of these for that matter. So we're gonna get the brooms and sweep all this stuff up and make sure that it's ready to go. And then I'll probably take the F30 out, spin it around the block a couple times, make sure that everything is working well. And then I can tell Damon, it's good to go. When you get back, get ready to shred. It's time to party at the block.
Okay.
Leave that to David.
It's smoky out here.
And dusty.